Windows Defender versus top 100 malware sites. Now this is a very this is a very creative idea. Let's see how well Windows Defender works, because the consensus has been, hey, a little bit in the tech world, it's been, hey, you know, you don't even need the antivirus program. You could just rely on Windows Defender. And then I go and get hacked relying on Windows Defender, so now I had to get an antivirus program. So let's see how well their base model Windows Defender works. It would be cool to see a comparison to like some of the standard antivirus programs out there, but we don't have that right now. At least not in this video. Let's check it out. So he's probably running like a virtual machine to get it to work, right? All right. Let's get into it.
If you were to visit the 100 most recently reported top malware sites, your computer would...
Who compiled a list of the 100 most top malware sites, and why are they even around still? I guess just for fun. Okay.
Be destroyed. And worse, you would have info stealers running on your system, collecting any saved passwords that they can use to hack into your online account.
Bro, I'm already worried about that because we got hacked recently, and bro, I'm worried about that from just like the regular programs that I download on my devices, bro. But malware wise, OMG.
I know this because we ran that test a couple of weeks ago. Now that is of course without an antivirus, but thankfully most of you have an antivirus, even if you didn't install it, and that is called Windows Defender, which is
the ominous Windows Defender.
There's a huge difference between Windows in 2013 and Windows in 2023. So that is exactly what we're going to put to the test today. We're going to see how effective Windows Defender is in protecting the average user from some of the most recently reported threats. In order to do that, just like
so yeah, nowadays I don't get hit by malware. That kind of just like, you know, seems to be a nuisance for the computer. Nowadays they just like, they don't present like overtly like in your face kind of malware. They'll just like they hacked me very sneakily. I don't even know how they did it.
last time, we're going to use an automated Python script that is going to download and run 100 of the top recently reported malware links. So let the games begin. As you can see, we're creating a folder on the desktop called malware. That's where we're going to be downloading the
You saw with the thunder, he just strike down on that enter button, right, fam? I heard that as well, but there's an echo.
Malware and executing it. We've already got one file that executed successfully. And if we take a look, you can see that it is running right now. It's got 53 detections, another one with 26 detections running, but a lot of them are being blocked by Windows Defender. And as you can see, we've got a nice, cross on the Windows Defender logo.
This computer's not getting hit with a ransomware just yet.
That shows that it's active and it is detecting threats.
We've got all these .exe files. Is every single one going to be a .exe fam?
The system is kind of laggy at the moment. I am struggling to select Windows Defender here, and that is one of the small issues I've noticed. It does get overwhelmed and doesn't have the most friendly.
It loaded up IP logger website as well. Yeah, bro. They're trying to take a full freaking diagnostic, but instead of diagnostic, it's just diagnostic without fixing the issue, bro. Like, I don't even... Trying to take all the data.
User interface for dealing with threats. We just had an IP logger execute. Thankfully, I'm behind a VPN. But again, already, these are much better results than what we experienced before when we ran the test without Windows Defender. Our system was already nuked. Whereas now, even though we are having some threats execute and we are having some errors on the screen, we still...
The malware is trying to make the day bad, but it's still standing, fam. might do its job. I don't know.
have an operational system. A lot of these, by the way, do seem like remote access tools or, common software like PuTTY that are used legitimately, but perhaps they're downloaded from a site where the attacker is going to use it to kind of hijack or do some kind of remote control. So we have tested 100.
Starting to think that's how they got. That's how they got me, man. I think that's how they got me.
URLs now, and we managed a detection rate of 89%. So just shy of 90, but at the end of it, I don't see any major malware process active on the system. It's really funny to see source2.exe as one of the malware samples, given that Counter-Strike 2 was released recently. But overall,
Snap, bro. Trying to disguise themselves with Counter-Strike as well. Pretty sneaky, pretty sneaky.
I'd say we fared a lot better than without any kind of antivirus whatsoever. And this is a huge upgrade from the days of Windows XP, where if we did this, there would be no chance of having.
For sure, for sure. I spent so long trying to fix Windows XP. There's so many exploits, man. I had to spend like all day because it just randomly give a virus. It was all bad.
Having an operational system, we would have 20,000 pop-ups right now. God knows what kind of rootkit on our system. Viruses would have infected every single exe on this computer. Whereas now, I'm reasonably confident that even if we did have some malware, it's not that terrible of a situation.
Not bad, not bad. It's just gonna be. I don't even know what they did to the computer, fam. What could they do through Windows Defender? It's a question.
Windows Defender, of course, is still detecting threats, and I'm going to give it a chance to completely remove as many of these as it can. And after that, I'm going to do some second opinion scans in order to really verify if there are any infections in the system, any active malware. I don't see any in Process Monitor right now, but of course, there could be other kinds of traces. We're going to look into that.
Yes, they need to be removed.
But since Windows Defender does like to take its time with these things, and we do have active detections of things like Cobalt Strike, we've got a Luma stealer, which is again an info stealer that would try to collect.
So it didn't break his computer. So it's doing the job on that front. And that's a good thing. That's a plus.
Your account credentials and passwords and use them to hack your accounts. And
I'm pretty sure he just downloaded all of them and he's still able to use a computer. No, they didn't disable his internet, nothing.
Info stealers really are a major threat for home users because you may not care these days if your computer is infected by malware, but if you do get hit by an info stealer like this, the repercussions.
Hey, when they prompt you whenever you visit a new website if you want to accept cookies or not, isn't that basically an info stealer?
This could be well beyond just your system getting affected. It could be losing access to your Google account, your YouTube account.
That's my biggest fear, bro. Thankfully, they have ways to like get your account back, but still, I don't want to lose my account in the first place.
Potentially your bank account. So it's good to see that this one is indeed.
Oh, they already hit my RuneScape bank. They already hit my RuneScape bank.
Detected by Windows Defender. We're going to go ahead and quarantine it. And I do want to stress how much better Windows is nowadays when it comes to blocking malware that's in the wild, especially if it's a malware link and you're downloading directly from there. A lot of that protection, though, is based on the cloud analysis. So if you do use Windows Defender, you need to make sure you use the cloud delivered protection because.
Hey, the viruses are on the computer. They might still be on the computer. So they might wait till like, you're sleeping or something to steal the info to like take control of the computer. That's how I think they hacked me, but I don't know. On the day they hacked me, fam, all I had to do is glance over to see when I last logged in, but I forgot to do that, man. It's my fault.
Because turning that off, or when Windows Defender is not able to access the internet, the protection is greatly diminished. And that is because Microsoft relies a lot on sandbox analysis in the cloud in order to be able to tell if a file is malicious. Since the Windows Defender prompts have stopped coming, and as you can see, we are back to a green check mark now, I did do a couple of second opinions.
So he has malware bytes?
in scans, one by Hitman Pro, which only detected 2 pieces of
I don't even know what that is.
malware.
But they have a buy now button, so it's not free.
Keep in mind, these are files that have been downloaded into the folder, not something that was installed or embedded within the system, so it's very superficial. I also did a scan with Malwarebytes, and it detected 3 files. Again, all of these are on the desktop, so nothing particular.
Malwarebytes carried me back when I got viruses. Like, when I got a virus, I'll make sure to get this program as soon as possible, but there's one bad thing, though. Is that, like, it would prevent you from downloading the program, so I have to, like, run it in safe mode just to get this program, bro, but it worked.
In terms of impact. Now, we did have an IP logger run, so that was a bit unfortunate. So there could have been.
But now they're saying you don't even need this. But hey, I'm still running my antivirus now because they got me.
Some kind of information stealing going on in the short period of time while those processes were executing. Perhaps some of them were intercepted by Windows Defender during execution, but overall, these are not terrible results, and they're massively better than what would happen if you didn't have an antivirus. If you want to see what would happen, then definitely check out the previous video that I did.
We will one of these days.
Having said that,
maybe even today, fam.
Are these the best results that I have seen in terms of the different antivirus products in the industry? No. I have seen better results, and also it's worth keeping in mind we only tried 100 files. But is it good enough that an average user can just run Windows without having to worry about having to go and get an antivirus as an essential part of their computer? Yes, I think it does meet that threshold. Now, just out of personal curiosity, since we did just install Malwarebytes, and
guys, do you get antivirus programs on your computers? Let me know in the comments below.
And if you don't know, Malwarebytes is now capable of real-time protection, not just as a second opinion scanner, but as a main antivirus.
Only for the premium version
that replaces Windows Defender. So I'm kind of,
by the way,
curious how it would do in the exact same test. So we're just going to rerun it. You just saw me run it a few moments ago, so why not just give it another go? Once again, we're doing the same thing, and the first link is blocked. We're going to wait and see how many of these are.
They call it riskware, fam. Okay.
Are blocked and how many are executed. We're seeing some prompts from Malwarebytes, obviously, trying to.
New term unlocked, riskware. I'll accept the new term. Not that bad of a.
To intercept the execution and blocking access to the websites. A lot of these are blocked due to Trojan, and it does seem like, you know, the test was.
Seems like a slightly upgraded version of the Defender.
Interrupted before it could complete.
We're getting like extra info and stuff.
Potentially because Malwarebytes saw, yeah, that kind of explains it. So Malwarebytes just saw a lot of things being launched by the same script and decided to terminate it. So in order to get around that, we've just excluded Python from all detections now, and we're going to rerun the test. And still, we had all 100 URL.
This wasn't an ad for Malwarebytes. It is now.
Blocked directly by Malwarebytes. So a bit cleaner than Windows Defender for sure, but it will be interesting to see how they all fare in a bigger detection test. So make sure you're subscribed for that. Please like and share this video if you enjoyed it, because there is a severe lack of technical information and actual tests when it comes to such topics. And in the absence of that, it's just a bunch of
So his computer didn't malfunction like it did way back in the day with Windows Defender. There you have it.
Random opinions on Reddit. So
now we gotta go watch the video, this other video, to figure out what actually happened to his computer.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Were you surprised by the results? Were you impressed by Windows Defender? Are you happy to see how far Windows has come in this regard? Do you consider?
Yeah, I'm just excited for the next version. Windows 11 released when I was not at the computer. Didn't have internet access, so
third-party.
I was homeless, basically.
Protection these days. Happy to hear everybody's thoughts in the comments below. But before you go, do check out our sponsor. This video is sponsored by CrowdSec, a community-based intrusion detection system that is entirely open source and available for you to use for free. You can deploy it on Windows or Linux, and once you log in, you're going to have a wonderful dashboard for all of your devices. And as you can see, you've got several different scenarios that you're protected against, including things like RDP brute force, people trying to hack your system through the remote desktop protocol, protection against backdoors, several vulnerabilities. It can protect your server.
Yeah, but I think that's how they got me.
And it can protect your network. Once you sign up, you can add a new device by simply typing this command into your CrowdSec console, which you can access by going to C Program Files CrowdSec once you install it. And if we open a terminal here, you can see that we can run various commands. So for example, if I wanted to get a list of scenarios, I just need to type cscli scenarios list, and it's going to give me all of the scenarios.
Dang, as a YouTuber, do I need this?
That are active on the system. The CrowdSec console is quite capable. It allows you to manage alerts, manage your bouncers, which can be Windows
Seems a little bit dev friendly, like quite dev friendly, but hey,
firewall.
it is a tech channel.
You've got extensive documentation on their website on how to use all of their internal tools. And as a community-driven platform, you have lots of opportunities to extend the capabilities and contribute. So for those of you who are interested, if you're working in a SOC or you're managing some kind of network, do check them out using link in description and show them some love for supporting the PC Security channel. They've been a sponsor for a long time, so I'd really appreciate just clicking the link in description and taking a look. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Leo, and as always, stay informed, stay secure.
That's a video, fam. Thank you for watching. Check out the PC Security channel. Didn't even know this was a channel until today. It's amazing to see how Windows Defender has become better over time. It did do the job. Today it might not become so perfect. We don't have to look for an alternative antivirus. Hey, they're not doing... it's not doing that bad. However, I still think that program would probably be better. As it should be, because you gotta pay like a monthly fee for the premium version. If you're not getting the premium version, it might not be even worth it to get the program, but it probably is. But anyways, I'll see you next video.